Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 16 of my 3 vs 5 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, myself and 2 AI teammates set to Lord difficulty are up against a team of 5 AI set to Emperor difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Frostling Theocrat, Falsor Frostscroll. In our last episode, we managed to capture another of our opponent's throne cities, and in this case here you can see it is the throne city of Lugar, which used to belong to Burma Rascratch, who is, let's just find him here, our Tigran Theocrat opponent. So we managed to capture the city kind of right out from under his nose, but we haven't seen Burma himself being present, so we don't know exactly where he is. And on top of that, we managed to win the battle, but as you can see, we took quite a lot of punishment. A number of our units actually either almost died or ended up dying and then have now come back thanks to Divine Justicars and Resurgence. So they're in kind of rough shape, and as you can see here, there's a number of units of Burma's that are kind of ready to perhaps counterattack and try to reclaim the city. So we've definitely got our work cut out for us, and as you'll hear about here in a second, this may have ended up being sort of bitten off more than we can chew. But in any case, before we jump into the episode, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some fantastic comments on the previous episode. The first of those set of comments is from Nolan Cook. Nolan mentioned that the Enchanted Threads, which was, as you can see right here, it is the defensive buffs, like kind of spell structure that Tigrans get. It was really, really powerful in that battle, and I had some pretty rotten kind of RNG luck with it, and you got to see that a number of my units, including Falsor himself, actually got ensnared, and that really caused me a lot of grief and some serious problems in that battle, and made things harder than they already were going to be, because it was a tough battle anyways. So just kind of a good point there from Nolan, that this upgrade is pretty effective. And actually, I think it's easy to kind of overlook some of those defensive upgrades. So definitely, I think if you're playing Tigrans, that's not a bad one to choose. Nolan also pointed out, kind of as I was alluding to in the intro, that I may have sort of effectively poked the bear, and now I may be in some trouble as Falsor is kind of on his own here. One thing I was going to do is bring over my rogue hero that I was able to steal away from my Lizardman opponent and his units, but really this isn't bringing a ton of extra support, but every little bit is going to help. The problem there is, and I can do this now, I can get them into the water and start sending them over, and I'm going to do that. But as you can see here, they're still a number of turns away, so it won't be, it'll be 3 turns until they're there. So really, Falsor is truly kind of on his own with his stack. So we're just going to have to hope for the best, I think. But I agree with Nolan that I may have bitten off more than I can chew. The next set of comments here is from Insert Username. Insert mentioned that in regards to the swimming units that I had kind of mused about potentially being able to produce back up here at Brunsund, and that was in response to if I were, to build like a Mariners Guild, I could get like these Ghasts or Frostling Whalers that can swim. The benefit there that Insert is pointing out is that they could actually serve as a buffer or as a shield for your boats when you're fighting against units that can really harm your boats, like, for example, the Kraken that has Terror of the Deep. So they can act as a bit of a melee shield. But again, the usefulness of that at this point, if I have a full stack of boats, is debatable, but still, I really like Insert pointing that out because it's a really good reminder that there is a functionality to have units that can swim in with your boats. The next set of comments here is from My Brain Hurts. Brain pointed out that something I need to be doing more of and that I haven't really been taking advantage of is, let me just see if I can find an example of this. So with my Evangelists, I think I have some in the Shadow Realm if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Either in the Shadow Realm or it's underground. I'm trying to remember which stack. It's easy to kind of get all my stacks mixed up here. Maybe it's the underground group. Okay, there it is. So my Dwarf Evangelist here. Again, the Evangelists. I guess maybe I'm mistaken. I was thinking some of them I think have the ability. Let's see. Denounce Heretic. I guess maybe that's also one of my spells. Let me double check that. Yes, we've got Mark of the Heretic, and that's going to, yeah, so that also would be a good choice here. Effectively, the comment is that I need to be trying to buff more of my Devout units, because that would be really helpful for me. What this effectively does is it will debuff, or excuse me, it will mark enemy units as heretics, and then my Devout units will do extra damage to them. And so, for example, if we were to jump back over to Falsor here. Let me just find him. So if we were to look at Falsor stack, I don't think any of my units in here are devout except for my Crusader. Martyr might also be, let me see. Yeah, so the Martyr and the Crusader are devout. I don't think the rest of my stack... Oh, actually they are, okay. Wow, so the Clan Guard is devout. Oh, I guess they all are. Very, very cool. Maybe that's... Oh, you know, that might be a product of... Okay, I guess not all of them. The Parade Guard isn't. But most of my units are devout. And so using Mark of the Heretic would actually be very helpful and would make it so that my units are doing more damage. So really, really good point there and a good reminder to make sure I'm taking advantage of that. Brain also pointed out that I can right-click through some of these reminders here. So for example, I can cancel all of these away and get to my units that need to move. And that's really helpful because I always like to move my units before I start doing production. And so really good comment there from Brain and a good reminder. And then finally, we have a set of comments here from Death. Death suggested, you know, making use of Resurgence in the upcoming battles with Falsor stack. I think that's going to be a must do. So I can take advantage of the mechanic a little bit by, you know, using my units as sacrificial lambs, knowing that if I win the battle, I'll get them back. Death also reiterated just how powerful Enchanted Threads was. Again, that was a real kind of sleeper in terms of it. It sort of just crept up on me and ended up, you know, making a big difference in the battle. And then Death also iterated using Mark of Heretic there as well as that strategic spell. So, as always, guys, thank you very much for the comments and suggestions. I extremely appreciate it and very insightful. So now, let's jump in and get to the episode. I am just itching to see what happens next now that we've poked the bear. So let's see what comes next. Now, before we do that, though, let's just figure out what the rest of our units are doing. So we have this little kind of mixed bag of units here, just guarding, helping Icorian a little bit. We'll just leave them there. Now, we were moving these guys down to, yes, to help out over here. So let's make that happen. There we go. And we were going to group them up with a group of orcs that we're moving over as well. And, yeah, so let's bring these guys in to assist as well. There we go. And then next turn, we can attack the watchtower there. And we've got a decent army here of units. And we've got a Martyr and a Crusader who can kind of pair together, and then the Lore Keeper who can provide healing, as well as Touch of Faith to boost the Crusader. So I think that's going to be a pretty decent little stack. We also have our boats up here, so now we can start making things happen. Oh, and I almost forgot, we have this group as well to come and join. So, yeah, they'll move down, and they can join in, and we'll have a stack of 6. That's perfect. Meanwhile, this group, we have to decide where we want to send them. And we are working on additional boats here. We're going to have a Reaver warship coming out, and we're going to follow that up with another galleon, I think. Eventually, it would be nice to clear out the Sunken City, but for now... I don't know, maybe we head down. We could go for this Sunken City, I guess. But, again, we're going to need more boats before we do that. Maybe we just, you know, come on back here. And we can regroup with our Reaver and then go for the structure, perhaps. Okay, so here's one of our... Oh, here it is. So this is... Okay, my apologies to Brain there. When I was talking about the abilities here, I got mixed up. So... Brain had specifically mentioned using Denounce Heretic, which is only available to some of my Evangelists. So you can see here my Orc Evangelist does have access to it, and this is a long-range ability that will effectively do the same thing as that strategic spell I was talking about, and will effectively, you know, make it so my Devout units do more damage against whatever unit I hit it with. So really, really good suggestion, and we're going to try and make use of that when possible. And actually, while we're down here, let's figure out what we want to do with this group of units. So, ooh, nice. We've got this mongrel that can grab our treasure down here. Excellent. We've made contact there. They're eventually going to become our vassal. Let's keep heading south here. Maybe we can do some scouting while we're cruising around. Okay, so... For our orcs, why don't we head over and clear out this Heart of the Volcano? We've got a Shard Wyvern, Hellhound, and a couple of Salamanders to deal with. Although, I wonder, maybe we could swoop down, clear out these gold mines, and then go back to the road. That might be a better route, actually. So let's make that happen. And we'll go over here, and then what we'll do is we'll use one of our flying units here, floating units. to engage the battle. All right. Okay, so you know what? Let's try out that Denounce Heretic if we can. So, yeah, it's got pretty good range. You can see the distance there. I think what we'll do, we'll pick which unit we want to buff. Let's do... our Crusader's usually a good choice for this, so we're going to throw on Touch of Faith. The Incanter can just kind of scoot over like this. Our Fairies can advance. Cavalry can move up, as can our Oppressor. And that'll do it for the first turn. Okay, now they're not going to come after us, so we're going to have to go to them. Fine with me. All right. Now, let's see if we can get a little closer. Nice. Let's see if we can throw it on the Warrior. There we go. That ought to kind of rile them up a little bit. Okay, go like this. Let's see if they decide to attack us here. Ooh, Burning Breath. Ouch. It's kind of nasty. So that's the Draconian Fire Breather. Has like almost like a Dragon Breath attack. Very nasty, actually. Thankfully, we can drop a nice big heal and get the kill there, no problem. And then, while we're at it, let's do this. Perfect. And then we can go tie up the Fire Breather. Excellent. And then we can throw on Sprint, swoop in behind, do some hefty damage, and get the kill right there. Excellent. All right, there's a little bit of gold for us. It's always good. And then let's cruise over here. And then we can step on over and initiate the battle here. And then we'll move up and clear out that part of the volcano. Trying to freeze us. Thankfully, that didn't work out. Okay. So, let's buff our... Actually, let's buff our cavalry here. We're going to send them in aggressive, I think. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to throw on a war cry. Charge in real aggressive. Like that. Get our Incanter to move up. Do a tiny bit of damage. Alright, meanwhile, our Crusader can advance over here along with our Fairy. And we will also move up like this. And that's going to do it. Okay, and I think that other unit bled to death, so that worked out for us. Our Evangelist here, you know what, let's just see if we can get a conversion. But before we do that, let's drop a self-heal. Nice. Okay, they resisted, that's alright. That Harpoon Thrower kind of moved away from us there a little bit. If we throw on that Sprint, ooh, we still can't quite make it over, that's too bad. But we can go here and do some pretty hefty damage. Excellent. And then our cavalry can swoop around in behind like this. There's the kill. And then we can step in like this. Do some big damage. Tie them up real good. And that should do it for the battle. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, a little bit more gold there. That's the main reason I wanted to clear these out, was just to kind of augment our gold for the turn. And it's really doing a good job of that, which is excellent. Let's step over here, and we'll just keep walking around this way. We'll move back and clear out the heart of the volcano, and then go from there. Meanwhile, this unit can probably just tag along. I want to start building a secondary stack using our conversions. See if we can just keep building our little army. Let's see, our rogue. Right, okay, our rogue is ready to go. So, I think we were going to head kind of over here. We could grab the Lucky Clover. Oh, we can't quite make it to that. Shoot, so what are we on here? Panic Plane. Actually, we could head down and go for this Watchtower. Maybe we'll do that. Ooh, look at that. We got a Bone Dragon over there. We got to watch out. But I'm hoping we can clear this out, and that'll really help our vision range. So let's do that. Okay, we're up against some Lizardman Renegades. We will have to be careful. That Bone Dragon does pose a bit of a threat to us. Here's a chance to heal, so let's step on over, heal up our Mammoth Rider a little bit. You know what, we'll step back one, do a little damage there. And then we're just going to let them come a bit closer to us. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Let's step up. Go for some damage there. Try and throw a net on these guys. Okay, and fail. That's all right. Over here, we can cruise around behind, do a nasty attack there, and then step over and follow it up with a double kill. Fantastic. Boy, that's excellent. Then, all right, let's try for a conversion, or a charm, excuse me. Didn't work, that's all right. Our Siege Trooper can do some damage. And then our Seer can step over and hit him for some nice, and a gold medal for our Seer. Okay, fantastic. You know what? Let's see if we can throw a net on him. Nice, okay. That's going to give me a chance just to do a little more healing before the battle ends here. I think our heal should be ready to go again shortly. Yes. Perfect, okay. And then let's go get the kill with our hero. Excellent. Nice, okay, so let's see. That does help us a little bit. Now, here we go. We've got a Archon Revenant dwelling. So that is undead. We're definitely going to want to deal with them. Now, because they're evil, they're probably not going to be very interested in joining us, so we may just want to take them by force if we are strong enough, and it looks like we might be. Yeah, there's just some tier 1s, and ooh, look at this. Archon Revenant Titan Champion. Very cool. So let's see what makes him different. So he's got a shield as opposed to the other one, which has like a big club, if I remember right, or a big mace. Inflict bleeding wounds. He's got Unholy Champion. He has Charge as well. Wow. He gets Good Slayer, Inflict crippling wounds, Inflict Spirit Breaking. Very cool. Now, I don't think he has Guard Breaker, though. That's the only thing. The other one, the Archon Revenant Titan, I think has Guard Break. So this one's a little maybe more defensively oriented, having his shield. He does have projectile resistance as well, which is quite nice. Very cool, though, and I like how he has Charge. That's kind of neat. It's neat just to see another variant of that unit. We do have some dragons over here. Let's see. Oh, they want us to pay them. I'm not particularly interested in doing that. We'll regroup, and then let's start heading down this way. Okay, now this little group underground, we wanted to regroup here, and then we're just going to start heading down this direction, I think. Oh, nice. Okay, we've got some giants. Let's accept their peace treaty. And then let me know when you want to become, potentially become my vassal. That's great. We'll head over this way in the meantime. All right, now this group, I believe we were going to head down to kind of try to help out my rogues. So I think what we'll do with this group, we'll grab the haste berries. All right, now we could think about maybe trying out a tomb. I don't know if we're quite strong enough, but we've got plenty of healing, and then we've got 2 crusaders who should be pretty able to handle some undead. Oh yeah, I think we can handle this. I mean, it'll be tricky, don't get me wrong, but the one thing I have to watch out for is the Deathbringer does have Shadow Step, which could pose a problem for me. All right, we're going to grant Frozen Flames to our Crusader. Now, our Priest is not going to be able to use Throw Curse because we're up against the Undead, of course. Our Spirit Healer, this only works on Orc units, but we do have regular healing as well, so that's fine. All right, so we'll just kind of hang back a little bit here. Send our Crusaders advance forward. Now, I suspect the Deathbringer is going to jump back and attack one of my... Yep, there it is. Pretty much what I expected. Going after my support units. But now we should be able to just let them have it. So let's... Oh, ouch. Took some damage there. But we can do some pretty hefty damage here. So let's just start letting them have it. I forgot that they have total awareness. That's why when I stepped off, I still took that attack. Hit Spirit Healer. Ooh. Actually isn't so great. You know what? I think I might have bitten off a little more than I can chew here. Let's go after the mummy. There, that's dealt with. This Crusader's just going to be in defense mode. Fortunately, the White Witch is going to be in some big trouble, so I think we'll just drop a heal. She's probably going to get killed by the mummy, unfortunately. Now, the Halfling Hermit, I guess, could go tie up the mummy. Not the worst idea. The problem is the Deathbringer is just going to cause us some severe pain. All right, let's do it. Ouch. Yeah, the Hermit's going to be in trouble, too. We might lose a couple of our units, actually. Oh, dang it. Okay, well, that Lucky kind of helped us out a little bit there. All right, let's hit the Deathbringer. Interesting, this... I wonder why we're only getting one shot of it. So, that's really weird. Bane... Oh, it's Bane Flame. Okay. So I guess this is slightly different from the regular attack that hits 3 times. Huh. Yeah, normally that attack would hit 3 times, but this one's only hitting once. That's kind of interesting. Alright, well, let's figure out how we want to approach this. So our Hermit is still alive, but is in pretty rough shape. Maybe what we'll do is... Alright, this Priest should be able to handle the Warg. The only problem is once that Warg dies, it's going to come right back. So maybe what we'll do is we'll just drop a heal on ourselves. And then... Let's see, we can go down here. Here we go. And then we can get the kill like this. Perfect. Tie up the Skeleton Warrior. Nice. And then we've still got the Mummy, but we could drop a heal on ourselves. And then we should be able to survive their attacks, I think. Oh, and I forgot about that. Dang it. Now we've got the White Witch to deal with. Oh, man. That sucks. Yeah, now we lost our Hermit, too. Shoot. That's really unfortunate. Let's see here. How much damage do we do? Not enough to get the kill, unfortunately. The White Witch, I think we can do some pretty good work on, though. Let's get the kill there. Yep. And the Mummy should be able to just finish off with some damage here. So there we go. And then follow that up with a little bit from our Priest, perhaps. Perfect. Yeah, not the cleanest battle. I was hoping to not lose some of my units there, but I did. I forgot about that spell that was in effect, making my units come back as ghouls. Let's see. Keeper Brooch of the Valley. That's a pretty decent one. +1 resistance and then the 40% blight protection. But to be honest, I'm going to just sell it for the gold. Alright, we've already... This crystal tree is already explored. Let's just keep... Let's keep hunting and see what else we find as we keep moving. As I said, it's a shame we lost some of those units, but this group can still be effective. We want probably another healer now to go with our Crusader. Maybe a Martyr, actually. Let's get a Martyr. We'll build another stack there in the city. Right, okay, in this army, we're just waiting on the Martyr, so we will tell them to just chill for another turn. This group, we're just going to join in right there once we're able to. Let's just double check if there was anything else for us. Okay, so now it's just production that's left. We've got plenty of gold to work with, so we don't have to be too stingy. Rogan Doer, you know what? I would like to maybe produce some more units. Let's get another Evangelist. Over to Halls now. Actually, hang on a minute. You know what? Rather than an Evangelist, maybe we should work on making the city a little better in terms of its production capability here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, actually, let's do the Enchanted Armory. I forgot about that. That was the plan, right? Once we were able to get that crystal tree in, now our armored units coming out of there are going to be that much stronger. That's going to be huge. Now, to our throne city, The hospital would be helpful, but I do want to start working on the Holy of Holies because in 5 turns we're going to have Shrine of Smiting capability. So let's start working on the Holy of Holies. That's going to do it for our turn. Now, we could summon a unit or two to help us here. I mean, we could do a Cherub. That's not the worst idea. Or a Dire Penguin, I guess. I think I'd almost rather have the Cherub, though. Let's see. You know, oh, I was going to say, we could do Paid Absolution, but we can't do it this turn. That's too bad. Because I was going to say the benefit there is that the caster's units gain plus 200 morale within the Enchanted City's domain. I was going to throw that on this city that I'm capturing, but instead maybe we just do a Cherub just to try and have another unit there to assist. And then we'll tell them to just chill out. All right. I think that's going to do it for us. I mean, we can start working on something here. Maybe we do another Paid Absolution. All right, let's end the turn there and see what happens. So as I mentioned, I am pretty nervous about the potential counterattack that's going to come my way. We'll have to see. The good news is we've got full casting points here, so if they do come at me, I can use my spells. I can throw on a Mass Bless. I can do a couple of different things to really try to improve my odds. Oh, boy. All right, let's see if Burma decides to get aggressive here. Now, he does have an Evangelist and a pretty decent Epsilon Warrior. He's got a Theocrat Hero, Tigran Sphinx, and an Evangelist. So, like, nothing insanely, powerful at this point. I mean, those tier 3s are nothing to underestimate, but it's not like he's got a full complement of Sphinxes or anything like that. And of course, as a Theocrat, he may also start churning out Shrines of Smiting fairly soon. I gotta keep that in mind. Right. So it's his turn. Let's see what he decides to do here. Okay, someone finished Sage, which I think means they've done a tier 6 spell or research upgrade. That's kind of scary. And it was Edward Portsmouth that finished that. Domain Invasion at Lugar. We'll have to double check what that is. Oh, that's here. Okay, so it might have just been these units moving slightly. Oh, and look at this. Oh, wow. Okay, well. Literally, as I embarked this group, our Lizard Man is coming back to try to reclaim the city that I took from him. I don't think I'm going to be able to get back there in time. Shoot. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Huh. I guess, I should have seen that one coming. I knew that he had a number of units here at this outlaw outpost or whatever it is, the dwelling. And here you can see a bunch of them. And then he's got some additional ones coming down. So, that's what happens when you're not able to finish off the opponent. Then they counterattack. So it's kind of unfortunate. My scout's getting attacked. That's fine. We'll just do auto combat. Let the scout perish. Okay, my rogue is coming under attack from this bone dragon group. Should be able to handle it okay. See, that's the problem. When you get in and you're overextended like that, you don't really have the troops to consolidate what you've kind of captured, which can, obviously be a bit of a problem. Let's jump over here and just throw on a quick heal. We're going to let them get closer to us. Okay, there they go. Obviously, the bone dragon is the thing I'm the most cautious of here. Just want to make sure that I'm not doing anything too crazy here. Let's see, can we throw our chicken? We can. Damage the ghast a little bit. Sure, why not? We'll just move over like that. I want them to get in closer. Oh, there's that. Ooh, gas breath. Not the nicest thing in the world. The one thing we can do here is we can cruise around behind Do a nice, big, devastating charge there. Now, we could hit him with our Psionic Blast, which does do some spirit damage. We can charge in and do our flanking shot there with our polearm. Our Vampire Hunter as well is going to be useful here just because of the spirit damage. Let's step up. You know what? Let's see. Maybe we can get an ensnare and a net. Nice. That's going to make things easier. Okay. So the big question is going to be... Yeah, our Seer could actually do a lot of damage. I have to be careful. I don't want to risk the Seer. I think it's probably better to use the Siege Trooper here. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Resisted that. That's great. We should be able to... We could just kill the Lost Soul outright, it would look like. Or we could do some big, you know, pretty reasonable damage to the Bone Dragon. We step one closer as well. Oh yeah, let's keep softening up the Bone Dragon. I think the more damage we can do to him, the better at this point. Let's even get the flank shot here. Excellent. And you know what? We might be able to get the finish. Oh, not quite. Do we have any other ranged attacks? Yeah, nothing that's going to do quite enough damage, unfortunately. Yeah, what if we go over here? Ah, no good. Alright, so someone's going to take a bit of damage. Oh, shoot, he's panicked. Alright. Well, that's okay. As long as we're able to win the battle here before he completely runs away. And we should be able to do that now that the dragon is dead. So we'll do some healing there. And then our Siege Trooper can let him have it. The Ghast as well. I think what we'll do is we will... There we go. We killed the Lost Soul. And now, between the rest of our troops, we just have to make sure we're able to kill what we have left here. So, Ghast is basically dead. Nice. Oh, and you know what? There actually isn't a guarantee that we're going to get the kill here. Nice. Okay, with the flank, we should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. Nice. So, everybody survived. And we're in good shape there. We did take a little bit of damage, but I think we can handle it. It'd be nice to have a little bit more healing in this group, because really the Seer is the only one that has a true healing ability, so would be nice to have a little bit more healing. Alright, so Domain Invasion, yeah, we saw that here. I think we're actually going to step out and try to clean out some of those units just to fight them there. Now, unfortunately, over here, as we can see, we're about to come under attack. So, I don't know if it's even worth trying to get back to defend the city, because these units will both be able to attack it here right away. So, I have to kind of decide what to do. That's a really unfortunate situation. Again, I probably shouldn't have left the city so poorly guarded. Again, that's kind of my fault. Some items have arrived. Nice. We got a ring for Ultmar that gives him blight protection. And then we also have, nice, melee weapon there for our Warlord. That's pretty good. Excellent. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, nice. Our dwelling has produced the Parthenon, which now I think we can make Archon Saints, which have lesser resurrect. That's pretty good. But I would really like to get moving towards some of our bigger upgrades here. Let's see. Now, the Hall of Initiation can get us the Paladin, but the Chamber of Rejuvenation is going to give us the Citadel of Light and the House of Judgment, and that's going to make it so we can get the Tier 4 units, I think, which is what we really want. So let's get that going. Fantastic. All right. Yeah, Domain Invasion at Erelmont, so we've seen that. Domain Invasion at Leicester. Ah, some roaming units, and they're actually pretty nasty. We're going to have to watch out. There's 2 assassins and a scoundrel and a cutthroat. Not entirely sure where they would have come from. They may have come from a structure that has now been cleared out. So hopefully we don't lose the city. That would be a real shame. Just given that this city's actually been really helpful for us. So yeah, there it is. You can see that Edward Portsmouth, first to research a tier 6 spell, or skill, excuse me. So we got 2 secret spells out of that. Good for him. Nice. Okay, our Reaver Warship is complete. group up. Let's go take a look at this sunken city up here. Oh, yeah, we can handle that. A Wraith King, 2 Poltergeists, and a Frigate Warship. We should be able to handle that. We'll have to be careful. The Wraith King... Ooh, ouch. There go some of my poor cherubs. The Wraith King does have physical protection, which we'll have to watch out for. It would be nice to get rid of this Frigate Warship, that is for sure. Now, the Reaver, unfortunately, doesn't have a cannon shot. Would be useful in this situation. The Frigate we want to deal with. Yeah, there you can see the Wraith King having that protection. However, volley of flaming arrows might be useful in this situation. So you know what? Let's... Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. Of course, the undead have that weakness, so... I think that wouldn't be a bad idea to try to use that as much as we can. To our advantage, perhaps. Alright, so... If we wanted to do it, we would have to get just a little bit closer. We'd have to go right here. Hit both of them. Ah, kind of got a low roll on the Poltergeist, unfortunately. Alright, we can move up and attack the warship. And then the Poltergeist has that physical protection as well, unfortunately. Just making this quite challenging. Alright, what we'll do is we'll go right here. Do that. Very nice. And then we can step up for a ram. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to get the kill, but then we should be able to follow that up. Cherub attack. Oh, and the Cherub didn't even get the kill. Damn it. And we'll put our Cherub there. And the Cherubs are expendable. Well, this is not going the way I wanted. Tried to haunt machinery on us there, as you saw. Let's flank this Poltergeist here. Nice. And we can get the kill on the Poltergeist there. Very good. And yeah, we need to deal with the Wraith King, that's for sure. Let's hit him with the volley of fire here. Flaming arrows. Oh, and it didn't finish him. Shoot. Thought that was going to do the job. Oh, you know what we can do? Okay, let's get our galleon over here. We should... Yep, there it is. Poltergeist, Wraith King, and the frigate. We can line them up. Perfect. Okay, now it's just the frigate that's left. So our galleons... The only other problem is our galleons don't have any way of being repaired, which I sort of forgot about. That's a little bit unfortunate. But hey, at least we clear... Ooh, look at that. We get a Lord of the Deep. We get Arachnid Horde, which is a very, very useful spell. And we get a ton of knowledge. I will happily accept. Lord of the Deep is fantastic. He's a tier 4 unit that's considered a pikeman. Very, very cool. Gets Thunderstorm, Slip Away, Projectile Reflection. He's got Mind Control Immunity. I really like these guys. They're very, very cool. He does have Frost Weakness. That's the only thing you got to watch out for. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. With him on our side, I think we'll be able to maybe clear out these Monuments of the Ashen Rose now. And I think if I bring the ship back to the harbor, they can actually repair, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing that's the case. So maybe we'll do that while we're waiting for a few more ships to be completed. Now, our Lord of the Deep, the question is, what do we want to do with him? I think we probably want to keep him in the water. Pair him with our boats here if we can. So, yeah, let's just have him tag along. That's fantastic. Very, very excited to have that. Okay, so now we have the opportunity here to clear this thing out. So let's make it happen. And I think that Lord of the Deep is my first tier 4 unit, if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty sweet. Very nice to have. All right, let's throw our buff here onto our Crusader. And we want to get these units over as well. We'll buff our Spearman. All right, now the Martyr is going to sort of hide in behind here a little bit. The Drudge as well. Get back in behind. The other thing, I suppose we could do the Absorb Pain on the Crusader as well. That might not be the worst idea. You know what? Let's do it. Now, the only thing is... Oh, that does put them in defense mode, I guess. Interesting. Alright. So we'll just step up like this. And we're going to let them come to us. Okay, going after the Martyr, that's actually unfortunate because... Oh, wow. Tanking a ton of damage, that's great. No worries there. Throw that sprint on just to try to get over to help. I think we'll be okay, though. Throw our Rock and do a pretty good amount of damage, actually. Oh, yeah, we can hit that Feral for quite a bit of damage. Let's do it. Very nice. And there's the kill there. Meanwhile, the Epsilon Warrior needs some additional punishment here, so let's see if we can make that happen. There we go. Hang out in defense mode. A little nervous they may jump over and go for the Martyr. Nope, they're just gonna wail away on the Crusader, and that's fine with me because we can just heal our Martyr, no problem at all. Crusader doing a great job of just tanking damage. Like an absolute beast. I mean, again, the Martyrs are the ones taking the actual damage, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we'll hit him from behind here, and then we can get him now with Drudge, I guess. Perfect. Well, that worked out pretty well. And we got a nice level up there for our Crusader as well, so that's great. And then I would like to send this group underground here. That's the game plan. But I think we'll wait until we have the full stack kind of together before we head underground. So we'll just tell them to chill until they have the reinforcements there. Now this group, I guess, can just keep on heading down here, try and do some more clearing while we're in the area. So let's do... the Magma Forge here. Okay, so we've got our Crusader. Just gonna go up the gut. Both our Crusaders, and we're gonna use Throw Curse, because why not? Spirit Healer is going to advance. I think our Crusader should be able to handle it without too much difficulty. They are extremely tanky, as we've gotten to see. I think that's good. That's fine. No problem there. We can handle that. Alright, nice. And that's going to let us get into melee range. There's the kill there. That's perfect. Get closer. Nice. Pretty big damage. And there's the kill. Perfect. And then we can blast the Jester for some pretty hefty damage. Excellent. There's the kill. Alright. Nice and clean. Alright. That worked out pretty well. And then, oh, and look at this. I can see one of, it looks like that's Edward's city down there. Let's go clear out this gold mine. Ooh, hang on. Before we do that, though, what has he got? Lizardman Circle Thrower. Okay, I'd rather clear the gold mine here. As long as I don't take too much damage, I should be fine. So we've got Torturer, a Great Sword, and a Drudge, I think. Yep. So the Torturer, I believe, is tier 2. Yep. Despair Strike, Exploit Despair, Inflict Crippling Wounds. Okay, so we just have to be careful. I really like the design of these guys with that like scythe-looking weapon. That's pretty cool. All right. Well, let's let him come to us here. I think that's going to be game plan. All right, there we go. We got the curse on. That's going to make things a touch easier for us. All right, now we can let him have it with some... Oh, yeah, big damage here. Thankfully, because they're orcs, they take way more damage from those elemental attacks, which is great for us. And then we can move in and attack the grudge for some big damage. Let's tie up the greatsword a little bit. Oh, geez, we actually took more damage than I wanted there. Okay, that's fine. What I was worried about is the greatsword moving in to flank the Crusader, which would have been not so good for us. The good news, though, is we can use our healing abilities here to repair our Crusaders, who took a lot of punishment there. And then let's just get the kill this way. Yeah, there we go. Not so bad. There's the gold, so that's great. Okay, so now we just have to be careful because we may come under attack from some of Edward's units, but at least we know where Edward's domain is. That's very helpful. Okay, lots of join offers here. These are all of our vassal cities that want to join us. I don't think I'm going to bring any into the fold at this point. Just doesn't seem like it's really worth doing. Though I was tempted to bring the dragons in just because, I mean, come on, they're dragons. That's pretty cool. But I need to clear this out first, and that's what I was bringing this group down here to do. So let's see what we're up against. There's a Shadow Demon Lord. That's a tier 4 unit. We have to be very careful. So let's maybe do this battle real quick first, just to get a little more experience. Maybe get some of our health back if we can. Although I forgot, currently the only unit that has healing, unfortunately, is our hero with Guardian Flame. We are trying to get our Paladin up to Expert so that he can get Bestow Iron Heart. So maybe we can make that happen this battle, actually. Let's throw on Transfer Pain onto our Paladin. This Martyr's in pretty rough shape, so we're going to just hide at the back. How close are we? Okay, so we maybe want to back up one. You know what? Let's do this. There we go. And then I'm kind of content to just let them come to us, really. Go like this. All right, let them come. And that Wisp is going to jump in and go after my hero, I'm sure. Yep. As expected. So now the question is, how do we want to deal with the Wisp? Let's see if we can kill him with the hero. Oh, we got stunned, of course. The Martyr could step over and get the finish. There we go. That's fine. All right, so now we just got to deal with the Phantasm Warriors here. So, let's see, we can build up a charge. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do it. Excellent. Nice, there's some good damage. And then, you know what? Let's just poke our Crusader right there. And do a tiny bit of damage here. Excellent. This Crusader as well in defense mode. That way we're just blocking the damage. Yep, no problem at all. Excellent. Yeah, no more healing, unfortunately. But what we can do with our Paladin is swoop around and get the kill here with a charging flank. And there's the level up. Excellent. So now we have Bestow Iron Heart. That's what we needed. Excellent. Oh, and you know what? I should have moved the whole... Oh, never mind. I thought that was an upgrade thing for a second, like the Shadow Sanctuary, but we just got the knowledge from it, which is great. Okay, so we did get a level up for Shadow Elf Dreadnought here. Let's see. Lightning Banner would be pretty good. Lightning Rod Banner. Emergency Repair if we had machines. That's going to come in handy once we do have access to... once we have access to our Shrine of Smiting. It's going to be nice to have our Dreadnought. I think for now, though, it's going to be Lightning Rod Banner just for that shock protection. And you know what? While we're at it, let's grab Emergency Repair. We're going to future-proof it, even though we don't need it right this second. Oh, nice. And one of our Martyrs, I didn't realize that. One of our Martyrs got to Gold Medal and now is an Exalted and has Resurgence. That's going to make things even more, even easier for us. I really like the way the Shadow Elf Exalteds look. Check that out. Very cool. I like their swords. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, now we should be able to handle these Shadow Demons without too much trouble. It's looking a little bit dicey before, but now I think we're just fine. Yeah, this should be okay. Especially since our Exalted has Resurgence. Alright, they're going to come to us. That's going to make things a little bit easier. I definitely want my hero safe, so we're going to retreat back. Heal up ourselves. And then the Exalted... let's throw maybe a Bestow Iron Heart on... Ooh, yeah, let's jump over here. That way they're healed up and they're buffed a little bit. And then we can use Absorb Pain on the Crusader. Have him kind of be some upfront muscle along with our other one. Yeah, I like that. Now this one, we're not going to use Absorb Pain. We're just going to try and get some experience and get to Gold Medal so we have another Exalted. That's fine. We just took a bit of damage. Nothing we can't handle. Can we blast him? Yes, we can. Pretty good damage, too. Wow, that was great. Oh, fantastic. And there's the kill. Nice. Getting very close. Need 5 more experience and we'll be there. Alright, so this Shadow Demon Lord is really the biggest threat at the moment, so we have to be very, very cautious of him. So why don't we step up with our Crusader? Nice, there's the kill there. Then we'll put this Crusader in defense mode, and we'll let that one-on-one happen. Boy, look at that. The Crusader takes almost no damage because we've got so much defense with our... Like, look at that, 21, 21. That's incredible. 21 defense, 21 resistance. Absolutely beastly. Not to mention we've got the Absorb Pain going, so really, that's phenomenal. Alright, so we'll stop there and we'll just let the Shadow Demon Lord... Oh, and he's gonna... Okay. Wow, he took a ton of damage to move over and try to hit this guy, so that's fine. Now, oh, you know what? Look at that. Okay, and we can get our Martyr to level up, so that's excellent. Just gonna see if there was anything else we could do. I mean, we've used all our healing, so... Yeah, let's just do it. There we go, another Exalted. Excellent. Oh, man. This stack is now absolutely fantastic because we've now got 2 different healing units. We've got our Hero and our Paladin. And then we've got the Exalteds that both have Resurgence as well as Absorb Pain. So that's huge. And this Exalted looks like is now... Oh, and look at this. We got a mana-powered heavy drill if we wanted to go underground. Do some digging. Sure, why not? Let's take that. Now, actually, we might want to send that to one of our heroes if they are underground. But the point I was going to make is we've got these 2 Crusaders that are both gold medal. We've got the 2 Exalteds, and now this Paladin that can heal. So really, we're in fantastic shape with this stack. So let's just jump around and see if any of our heroes would benefit from potentially having the ability to dig. And none of them are currently underground, so it's probably... You know what? I might send it to the Rogue just because I have a feeling the Rogue is going to be the one that may end up underground. So let's just go back to our Dreadnought here. There it is. And then we'll send this off to the Rogue. I just have a feeling that the Rogue is the one most likely to go underground, so... Okay, so that takes care of that spawning structure, which is a huge weight off my shoulders. Now, I do see this city under attack, so maybe we want to head down there and see what the problem is. We also probably want to get down here and start clearing things out around this dwelling, which I had considered bringing into the fold as well, so... But I think my interest is being drawn... Ooh, and yep, there, that's... I'm glad I noticed that, because that's a Draconian Rogue. And I wonder if this Draconian Rogue actually has the base, like the Throne City located in the Shadow Realm. Because, again, Draconians, by default can spawn in the Shadow Realm because they aren't affected by the shadow sickness of being in the Shadow Realm, since they're kind of magical origin, you know, magical beings, being descended from dragons after all. They'd like to join us. I mean, I guess we could. I don't know. Just looking around to see if there was anything. I mean, there's a lot of good structures around this city. We haven't cleared them, though. Well, I guess actually the structures are more down here. They're not really close to the city. I think we're probably fine on that one. Nice, the Shadow Elves are happy. That's good for us. Got a quest down here. Let's see. Tell me about it. End the terror at the mine, and we get a Battle Rager. I think we're going to decline it because we don't have anybody in the vicinity that would be able to do it. Oh, you know what? I should have done it, though, now that I think about it, because I have this group that's about to go underground. Oh, well. Not the end of the world. Zeldin. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we've now got a little bit of a force here. Let's maybe add another martyr. These guys could probably go do some work now. Oh, and look at that. Okay, we've got some units for them to go fight. Let's go take on this spirit elemental here. Needs killing. Go get it done. Got to protect the city after all. Now, this won't be an easy battle because we don't do a ton of the damage that we're going to need, but we can buff our Crusader here. Our units, the thing I'm saying is that the Spirit Elemental has shock protection, spirit protection, so our units aren't going to do a ton of damage to them. But the good news is we have a lot of... We're very tanky, so we should be okay. Oh, that's annoying. It's kind of bypassing my Crusader altogether, but that's fine. We can step up. Oh, yeah, and let them have it there. Very nice. Perfect. Nice. Okay, and then we can get some flank shots in on here. Step in behind. You know what? Might be step away a little bit, just in case he decides to turn around and try to go after the martyr. Thankfully, we've tied him up in melee, though, so he should be... Oh, but look at that. He did exactly what I thought he might try, which is going after the martyr. Now, we can't convert this guy because he's got full spirit protection, which makes sense. So let's just step over and heal the martyr. And then we can tie him up in melee some more. Yeah, there we go. And a little bit more damage. That's fine. Ooh, and I put my Evangelist in a bit of a not great spot because he can get flanked, but... Oh, well... He just decided to do that, I guess, because, yeah, if he'd have stepped off, he'd have taken an attack of opportunity, so that's okay. Nice, okay, well, that clears that out. We're working on another martyr. They can join this stack once we have them ready to go. And then, you know what, we can start maybe going... Well, we could head over to this Magic Rift and try to clear it out once we have enough units. That'll provide protection for our cities. Yeah, let's get rid of this production... Yeah, we're going to deal with our units first. Alright, well, the dwelling is really of no consequence to me, so I'm probably going to just kind of ignore it. The dragons want us to pay them, which I'm not interested in doing. So, what would be great, though, would be to head over here and try to converge on Edward's domain. So, you know what? Maybe we do want to go through and fight the undead just to make our way through there. I don't know. Well, in any case, this group is ready to move, so let's get them going again. We can head back up here. Let's engage this battle. And then we'll be back on the road. And we'll send this group over to try to kind of regroup as well with our rogue. So this is great. We've kind of got multiple armies heading down to all sort of group up. It's going to make things very helpful when we all kind of are there together. Salamander. You know what? Let's just try a conversion outright. Nice. All right, there we go. Making things a little easier for us. There's some damage. We'll move our Crusader over. The Oppressor can step up. Cavalry can advance. We're just going to rotate slightly. Oh, and I forgot to advance the Incanter, but that's okay. Your Fairy taking some punishment. That's okay. Yeah, let's step right over here. Nice. Big damage to the Salamander. That's good. Then, yeah, the Oppressor can finish off the Salamander, no problem. And between the rest of our troops here, we should be able to... The Shard Wyvern got turned around. And then... I think that would be enough to get the kill, or at least be close to it. Yeah, let's get in there and kill the Hellhound. Ooh, nice. Our cavalry can certainly get in there. Let's do that. Perfect. And then... Oh, yeah. Big kill here. Now, does this Shard Wyvern explode? I don't think so. No. Okay, that's good. Thinking maybe based on the name, you know, Shard Wyvern, I was worried that it might, you know, throw shards off of it when it dies. Heal the Nightshade Fairy. And there's the kill. Perfect. Okay. So, this group can just keep moving down the road, I think. Maybe even grab that Ancient Ruin while we're walking through. So this... You know what? We may actually want to get this dwelling. You know what? I hate to say it, but I'm going to pay. Because if I can get this dwelling on my side, it's going to... it's going to give me a lot of vision and kind of help me out in this area, sort of just locking it down a bit. So in a couple of turns, they're going to want to be our vassal, and that's going to help me out just kind of situationally with the geography of where this is located. It's expensive to do that, so I really don't like to, but... And you know what? We can... There we go. We can start creating a secondary army. All right, so we're... I don't want to keep going too much longer, but I have to decide what to do with the rogue. Do I want to try to get over here, or do I want to keep going down to the left here? I think one thing that might help would be to find out what I'm dealing with over here. So maybe what we do then is we actually engage this unit in battle. Get aggressive on them here. I think that's the worst idea ever, actually. Let's do it. Now, we have taken some punishment, but I think we'll be okay. Unless he decides to start casting spells. Oh, that throw circle is annoying because it bounces around and hits all my units. Alright, there's a nice big heal for the Crusader. Do that as well over here. And we're just going to send our Crusaders right up in there. Now, the big danger is that spy drone, which will explode. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, going after our support units, that's a good approach. Okay, so let's retaliate here. There's some hefty damage. There's a little more. Here's a kill. Spy drone's annoying. Leave him alone. And he's going to just keep running away and throwing those things at us. Ouch! Thankfully, we tanked that pretty well, all things considered. All right, let's get our healers moving here. We can do a rejuvenating orc blood there to heal our orc unit. Try and curse them to reduce their movement. Oh, we just got the curse. I was actually hoping that would reduce their movement. They're just going to keep moving and throwing those at us. It's actually causing us some pretty serious problems. Almost killed our priest, actually. Thankfully, we've got the healing back. There we go. Okay, nice. We can tie him up. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. There's a little victory against Edward, at least. Now, this does look like a city here. It just doesn't look like it's probably... Yeah, I don't think it's his throne or anything like that. It doesn't look big enough, but certainly is a city of his. So maybe he's got a city down, you know, hidden over here or something like that. So I think it's probably best to send my rogue down this direction. Maybe, clear out the dwelling. And then kind of on our way through, we can see if we find more of Edward's units. All right, so maybe for a final battle for the episode, we'll clear out this Shrine to the Guardian Angel as we head down this way. Oh, and look at that, a spawning structure right here. Okay, we'll have to deal with that too. But first things first, let's clear this out, and then that'll probably be a great place to leave the episode. Definitely some interesting developments, though, especially at those 2 throne cities we've captured. One about to most likely be recaptured by our Lizardman opponent. It's kind of unfortunate. All right. Our Seer, we're going to do some healing. All right. So we've got Uto. Just kind of a little cherub-type unit. Cannot regenerate. So it's like a statue, I guess. Mammoth Rider could charge in at the Martyr and do some hefty damage. Don't hate that. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's go aggressive. Nice. Get our Whaler up there. Put some hurt on him. A little more. Let's kill the Martyr off. Nice. Oh, and I forgot. This is in effect the Great Reawakening. That's annoying. Okay. So, let's... Oh, shoot. We can't quite get over there. Let's go here. There's some big damage. And then, with who we've got left, I think if we just kind of gang up on the Pluto here, we should be fine. There we go. Takes care of that. And then, you know what? We might even be able to... Oh, can't be... Not affected. All right, well. Let's just get in there with our Siege Trooper then. Perfect. Okay, so that now all of our units should be buffed with... Yes, that's great. So they've now got the Shrine of the Guardian Angel buff, which means that bestow visiting units with regrowth for their next battle and also fully restored their health. So that's great. Boy, there's a lot of good structures to clear out around here, too. Let's just do our heroes level up real quick. So level 10 now. We have Urban Stealth Commander. I just don't think that's going to be particularly useful. So one thing I do think would come in handy, though, would be Assassin Strike. So let's grab that. All right. I think that's probably where we'll leave it for this episode. We still got some movement left for our rogue, but the plan is going to be to send her, I think, this way to group up and try to start working on Edward's domain a little bit. But, we are making inroads. We're gradually getting more of our troops down into the fighting areas in the south of the map. The big issue I'm running into, obviously, is just that Falsor is overexposed, right? He's kind of on his own down here. Actually, you know what? I said I did want to end the episode, but one thing maybe I should do is start clearing out these units. So maybe we'll do that real quick. Let's just take Falsor's stack. I know this is going to add a couple more minutes, but let's just at least start whittling them down a little here. Unfortunately, I think both of these units have mind control immunity. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure the Evangelist does, and I think the Sphinx also does as well. Yeah. So we're not going to be able to acquire any new troops by conversion or anything like that, unfortunately. We'll transfer Pain onto Falsor because he's my most important unit. Not that I'm that concerned about anybody dying, but the Parade Guard can advance here. Nice, we got the taunt on the Evangelist. That's great. Wasn't fully expecting that to work, but it did. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to move them the way I did. That was kind of silly. All right, well, we'll just do a self-heal here. All right. Nice. Look at how tanky those Parade Guard are. That's incredible. Ooh, and I lined myself up. I was kind of asking for that. That was silly of me. We will heal our Clan Guard a little more. Ooh, the Martyr took some punishment. Thankfully, though, we can use Bestow Regen on them. Okay, so the Crusader can advance. You know what? The Martyr actually can move on up and maybe do some damage here. Let's see, can we go like this? Oh, we didn't quite get the kill. I was really hoping for the kill on that one. And then what I'd like to do is tie up the Sphinx with the Clan Guard here. And then I can get the kill on the Evangelist, no problem. Okay. And going after the Martyr. That's fine, though. Thankfully, they survived the attack. You know what? I might be able to turn the Sphinx around. Nice, and then the Martyr can get the kill and gets more experience, which is excellent. Just want to make sure there's no more healing to be done. No, I think we're in good shape. So yeah, we'll get the kill here. Perfect. Now that Martyr is closer to leveling up, which is great. Yeah, very close. Yeah, 1 experience point away from silver medal, which is excellent. Okay, so that at least kind of thins that out. And now we've got this group that is still going to need to get, probably get attacked before they can really start, you know, grouping up and causing me any problems. Just trying to think. I wonder if it's worth attacking them now. Well, you know what? That's a good place to leave it. We'll leave it right there. I think we probably should attack this group just to thin them out before any more units from his other city up here can come down to join them. But what do you guys think? And also, let me know about Aeromont. So, do you think I should just abandon it almost completely? Or should I try to get my rogue in there to maybe try and deter them? I don't think it's going to matter because, I mean, look at this. You know, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3, you know, and a hero. You know, tier 3, tier 3, tier 3. I mean, there's a ton of really strong units coming their way. So even if this stack were to, you know, make it back to the city, I just don't think it's going to matter. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is a great place to end it. So we will save this one. We're going to call this one episode 16. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.